As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. Welcome and extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, on a very important topic, Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, Future of Farming Rooted in Indian Tradition, 31st March 2022. On behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of the Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Applications, Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Applications, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome our today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 71st edition of this national webinar series, Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji. He is the author of Holistic Spiritual Farming, based at Amaravati, Maharashtra, India. Sir, for the benefits of the participants and our guest speaker, so far under this webinar series, the university has organized about 70 webinars on very important topic since 18th August 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic situation. Role of agricultural cooperative societies and e-governance. Blockchain technology-based fishery value chain. A self-contained village, a felt need of the day. Spices informatics network value chain. Lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove. Smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value chain. Mera mobile, Mera marketing. Integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture, in short, MAPA biofarms for income revolution. Smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain. Digital agri-tech and industry perspective. Land resources information system in India, present and road ahead. Weather decision technologies for increasing farm income. Big data in smart farming. Sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture. Understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income. Role of technologies in mitigating crop risk. How to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce. Adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology, potential benefit for farmers in rain-fed and coastal agro ecosystems. Realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry. Actosol organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health. Closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity. Artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agricultural crop protection without any pesticides. Empowering farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, role of mass media. Smart poultry monitoring solutions, agrobiodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into the issues of India's agrarian economy. Manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indication on improving farmers' income, lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy informatics network value chain, a dairy startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network Value Chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase, generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech intervention. Nutrition sensitive agriculture pathway for increasing farmers' income, artificial intelligence, data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil, harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer produce organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Open insurance ecosystem for agriculture producers, risk management solutions to overcome repercussions on farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Agriculture Stack, open source digital infrastructure for the agriculture ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience, urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agritech, new horizon in Indian agriculture, supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase, case studies from impoverished districts in Maharashtra. Mobile enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges, a case study from daily orders. John Deere's journey in India, integrated precision agriculture solutions. Doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri revolution. Bayer's carbon farming initiatives. Post-production intervention maximizing value for farmers. BAIF models of revival of traditional water management systems to enable doubling of farmers' income. Should we adopt farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' income? ICT intervention in agriculture, challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming. A global experience. Commercial processing of orders, the next game changer in dairying. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech deep startup perspective. Agribusiness potentials in Moriga. Agriculture income pathway, so strengthening links between agricultural activities and nutrition outcomes. Technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment. Cultivating dignity for farmers. Model village development program, a case study from Maharashtra. Market-driven agriculture, need for development of crop-specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems, sustainable food production. Agriculture market in India defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Small-scale fisheries and their contribution to rural livelihoods, case studies from developing countries, impacting lives through livelihood promotion and value chain development, case studies of Viruthi impact model. Organic spices cultivation for doubling farmers' income in northeastern region of India, a value chain analysis. Agriculture exports management, imperatives of integrating with the global value chain at the earliest. Agriculture value chain, challenges and opportunities. Dairy husbandry for food security and national prosperity. Mushroom cultivation, a way towards self-reliance from agriculture waste and providing nutritional food security. Today is the 71st edition of this national webinar series, which will be addressed by none other than Padma Shri, Subhash Palekar ji, author of Holistic Spiritual Farming, Maharashtra, on a very important topic, Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, Future of Farming, Indian Tradition. Dear participants, please see the keywords: natural farming, future of farming, and Indian tradition. Agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said that India is largely an agricultural economy, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, Gram Pradhan Desh, more than 6.25 lakhs villages. It employs more than 50% of the Indians' workforce and contributes almost 18 to 19% of its GDP. It's a main source of food, employment, and income for 70 to 80% of the people suffering from hunger in developing countries. And climate change has both the direct and indirect effects on agricultural productivity, including changing rainfall patterns, severe drought, flooding and changes in geographical redistribution of pests and diseases. Farmers of India are facing multi-dimensional problems: price fluctuation, debt, lack of infrastructure, and weather. And it's very important that Indian farmers need to have location-specific, timely information and personalized information for effective control on their production, risk, and then market that produce to identified market opportunities. Indian farming community comprises of about 14.5 crores operational holdings, of which 85% farmers have small and marginal size operational holdings. Honorable Prime Minister, in his Independence Day address on 15th August 2021, he said, I quote, "In the coming years, we will have to increase the collective power of the small farmers of the country. We have to give them new facilities. They must become the country's pride. Chota Kisan, Bane Desh ki Shaan." And he also said it on 28th February 2016 while addressing a farmers rally in India, in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. My dream is to see farmers double their income by 2022 when the country completes 75 years of its independence. I also would like to quote some recommendations from the Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, with which I have been closely associated. I was a group leader for Volume 11 and Volume 12B. Volume 11 is Empowering the Farmers through Extension and Knowledge Dissemination. Volume 12B is Digital Technology in Agriculture. This volume has recommended 7 mission mode programs. If they are operationalized at the farm level, Indian agriculture system will completely digitalized, and it will facilitate 14.5 crore operational holders. And Government of India also has announced Atmanirbhar Bharat to make India a self-reliant economy. This is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. Making self-reliant nation rested on 5 I's: intent, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation. Today's topic is on these 5 I's. And economy, quantum jump; infrastructure, one that represents modern India; system, 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography; and demand, whereby the strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized effectively. And in the third tranche of Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, the government has announced he gave about 1.5 lakh crore booster, which included 1 lakh crore to agricultural cooperative societies, farmer produce organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructure. 10,000 crores for formalization of micro food enterprises and for following cluster-based farming approach. And now that Government of India also is worked out a strategic plan for the next 25 years titled Amrit Kal led up to at 100. Natural farming, organic farming, traditional farming, and regenerative farming. We heard these keywords, but today is very important. We will also have a detailed analysis and understanding of Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, future of farming, rooted in our Indian tradition. Natural farming is related to fertility farming, organic farming, sustainable agriculture, agroecology, agroforestry, eco-agriculture, perma-agriculture, but should be distinguished from biodynamic agriculture as available in internet. And I'm just quoting for the benefits of the participants. The basis of natural farming is limiting human intervention and leaving nature to work, an environmentally sustainable way of growing food. Natural farming is also referred to as the Fukuoka method, natural way of farming, or do-nothing farming, is an ecological farming approach established by Masanobu Fukaku. He is a Japanese farmer and philosopher. He introduced the term in his 1975 book, The One Straw Revolution. The title refers not to lack of effort, but to the avoidance of manufactured inputs and equipment. And this Fukuoka's natural farming practice rejected the use of modern technology and after 25 years, his farm demonstrated consistently comparable yields to that of most technologically advanced farms in Japan, doing so without the pollution, soil loss, energy consumption, and environmental degradation inherent in this modern type of farming. Natural farming is a closed system, one that demands no human supplied inputs and it mimics nature. Organic farming is defined, which is also once again I quote from the people. Organic farming is an agricultural system that uses fertilizer of organic origin, such as compost manure, green manure, and bone meal, and places emphasis on techniques such as crop rotation and companion planting. It originated early in the 20th century in reaction to rapidly changing farming practices. Certified organic agriculture accounts for 70 million hectares globally. And I would like to quote the article of Amit Kurana Vinit Kumar in Down to Earth, published on 8th September 2020, at the title "And a Tardy Trail: State of Organic Farming in India." India introduced the organic farming policy in 2005, and now, according to the report of the Union Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, as of March 2020. There are about only 2.78 million hectares of farmland is under organic cultivation. And this 2% of the 140.1 million hectare net zone area in the country. So organic farming is only 2% of our net zone area in the country, even though the policy has been announced in 2005, 17 years of experience. And Government of India has also come out with 5 schemes to promote organic farming, namely National Program for Organic Production, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, and the National Mission on Organic Value Chain Development for Northeastern Region, and so on and so forth. The Government of India provides assistance for promoting organic farming across the country through different schemes, the 5 schemes, and state agencies, primary agriculture credit societies, farmer produce organization, entrepreneurs, among others, can avail loan for setting up of post-harvest infrastructure for value addition to organic produce under the 1 lakh crore agricultural infrastructure fund of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Traditional farming can be defined as a primitive style of food production and farming that involves intensive use of indigenous knowledge, land use, traditional tools, natural resource, organic fertilizer, and cultural beliefs of the farmer. And indigenous knowledge and farming practices of the region, that is Korapat region's tribal people, was recognized for promoting food security and conserving biodiversity by United Nations Heritage. And Orissa's Korapat farming system has got United Nations heritage status. And this traditional agriculture Korapat system is the first agricultural system in India that has been recognized for its outstanding contribution to promote food security, biodiversity, indigenous knowledge, and cultural diversity for sustainable and equitable development. And this recognition has come following the proposal submitted by Chennai-based M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation to conserve the practice. Regenerative agriculture, another terminology, is focused on improving soil health through increased soil carbon, which feeds the soil life below. Regenerative agriculture is a conservation with a rehabilitation approach. Zero-based natural budget farming. Zero budget natural farming. Zero budget means without using any credit and without spending any money on purchased inputs. Natural farming means farming with nature and without use of fertilizer. And zero budget natural farming in India, it has attained wide success in southern India, especially the southern Indian state of Karnataka, where it first evolved. The movement in Karnataka state was born out of collaboration between Padma Shri Subhash Palekar, who put together the zero budget natural farming practices, and the State Farmers Association Karnataka Rajya Raita Sangha, KRRS. And I would like to quote from various publications. I was quite impressed. As a technocrat, I was involved in introducing ICT in agricultural sector since 1987. And from this one of the slide, I would like to quote, which has his photograph. Grassroots peasant movement originated from Karnataka and spread to states in southern India with the efforts of Subhash Palekar and Farmers Association. Neoliberalization of the Indian economy. Neoliberalization of Indian economy. Privatized seeds, inputs, and inaccessible markets. High cost and interest rates and volatile prices of crops. It is giving that what led to zero budget farming. And farmer gets trapped in vicious cycle of debt. And this zero budget natural farming promises to end a reliance on loans and drastically cut production costs. It's a natural farming without chemicals, without using any credit, and without spending any money on purchased input. Top 4 pillars of zero budget natural farming: Jiva Amurta, Bij Amurta, Achadana, and Vapasa. Natural farming also has been initiated through Niti Aayog, National Institute for Transforming India initiative. It defines according to its website. Natural farming is a chemical-free alias traditional farming method. It is considered as an agroecology-based diversified farming system which integrates crops, trees, and livestock with functional biodiversity. It is promoted as Bharatiya Prakritik Krishi Patati program under centrally sponsored scheme Parambaragat Krishi Vikas Yojana. It's aimed at promoting traditional indigenous practices which reduces externally purchased inputs, and it is largely based on on-farm biomass recycling with major stress on biomass mulching, use of on-farm cow dung urine formulation, periodic soil aeration, and exclusion of all synthetic chemical inputs. And this has been adopted in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, and Kerala, etc., etc. Several studies have reported the effectiveness of natural farming in terms of increase in production, sustainability, saving of water use, improvement in soil health and farmland ecosystem. It is considered as a cost-effective farming practices with the scope for raising employment and rural employment. And it roughly estimated that around 2.5 million farmers in India are already practicing regenerative agriculture. In the next 5 years, it is expected to reach 20 lakh hectares in any form of organic farming, including natural farming, of which 20 lakh hectares are under PPKP. Now let us come to Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. Government of India runs a separate website with the title Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, Prakritik Kheti Kushal Kisan Yojana. I was quite impressed to see the website. And it says objective. It quotes 7 objectives. To make Himachal a natural farming state, to spread awareness about natural farming, to improve soil health and water conservation, to stop farmers' input on market inputs, to produce chemical-free food, and to prepare Subhash Palekar natural farming package of practices for different crops, and to enhance farm income in harmony with nature through Subhash Palekar natural farming, in short SPNF. How Subhash Palekar natural farming originated, I took from his website. I was quite impressed. A man, now he's born in 1949, and he has undertaken 154 projects to prove his theory, his concept, his understanding, and as an agricultural graduate and as a practicing agriculture. I have practiced and investigated all existing farm technologies from chemical farming to other techniques. as organic farming, yogic farming, and Vedic farming, and other all alternative farming technologies. I have studied minutely all these running technologies. Then I have investigated these all technologies practicing on my farm with comparative verification. Which result I got? I've done the economic, social, and spiritual valuation. At last, I came to the conclusion that I have to develop such type of God-gifted agriculture philosophy and technology, which will be totally different than the existing technology, and in which there will be no requirement of any manure and fertilizer. Production will not be reduced, but will increase, and there will be no destruction of natural resources like soil, water, environment, energy, living being, and other biodiversities. But all these natural resources will become prosperous. Very emphatic statement. And by which the global warming and climate change will be restricted, which will face firmly all natural calamities and adverse impact of climate change, will keep the production cost zero or minimum, but will increase the production, in which farmer suicides and migration will be stopped. The people will get poison-free, nutritious, and medicinal food, pollution-free water and environment, and the people will not die by cancer, corona, diabetes, and heart attack, and rural economy, national economy will not be exploited. Keeping all these aims, targets in front of my eyes, I have started my 12 years of research work since 1988 to 2000. And 2016, Government of India has given, he awarded Subhash Palekar ji with Padma Shri award. And I'm happy to inform that United Nations, Niti Aayog, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Government of Himachal Pradesh, Government of Karnataka, Government of Kerala have taken steps for practicing seriously throughout the state level and spreading message towards every village. And then, I also gone through the article written by Mr. M.R. Subramani in Swaraj magazine, dated July 5th, 2019. Government to focus on zero budget farming. Here is all that you need to know. Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, presenting her maiden budget in the Parliament, said the government will focus on zero budgeting. And this is in keeping with the suggestion of Economic Survey 2019 to shift from green revolution to green methods. And green revolution focused on agricultural inputs such as fertilizer, pesticides, and on cultivating water-intensive crops. And it is also a tribute to agricultural scientist Subhash Palekar, who invented zero budget farming based on natural farming principles. And he also quoted that in 2016, when Narendra Modi government announced Padma Shri award for agriculture scientist Subhash Palekar, not many took notice of it. In fact, he was the first active farmer in the country to get the award. Little was discussed about Palekar then, or the reason for which he was chosen for the award. The reason for being crusading the natural farming. Over 30 years ago, Palekar was worried about lower productivity despite following agriculture scientists' recommendation when he took up farming. Rather than feeling helpless, the Maharashtra-born agriculturist figured out his own solution to the problem. It is a welcome and a pragmatic move. That's how the article talks about. On 19th November 2021, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has made an announcement while addressing the farmers. He said that to implement the natural farming technique in the entire country. And on 16th December 2021, he also addressed the farmers on natural farming on the last day of 3 days pre-Vibrant Gujarat Summit 2021. Noting the Padma Shri awardee Subhash Palekar of Maharashtra has initiated the idea of zero budget natural farming, Honorable Prime Minister said, it saves earth and water and the crop produced, though it is also through crop produced through, it is also better. As per the website of the guest speaker, near about 40 lakh farmers are practicing Subhash Palekar Natural Farming throughout the nation. Our movement have become small stream, then became river, then became sea, and in future maybe ocean. Organic farming, he says, I wanted to quote, organic farming is 100% foreign technology. From his website, I took it. It is not an Indian Swadeshi technique. To use any manure or fertilizer is not natural and spiritual behavior of a human. It is 100% atheism. Subhash Palekar natural farming is not an old technique. It is modern philosophy and methodology of agriculture and spiritual way of life. Now, this movement has become so extensive in the world. By myself written books in all the languages, he says, including English, Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Gujarati, and so many videos in all the languages on YouTube and by social media. Let us now turn to the address by Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji, author of Holistic Spiritual Farming, Maharashtra, on a very important topic, Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, Future of Farming, rooted in Indian tradition, spiritual farming. Today's topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching our telecast through facebook.com, Shobhit University India, youtube.com/Shobhit University in, or linkedin.com/company/Shobhit-University for establishing SPNF, Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, at Gram Panchayat level to promote and sustain vocal for local to make it global mission. Indian farming community comprises of about 14.5 crore operational holdings, of which 85% farmers have small and marginal size operational holding. Smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, smart tribal farming, and smart hill farming are necessary based on SPNF methods. Let us unlock the opportunities through Subhash Palekar Natural Farming in India at the earliest. I'm also very happy to inform to the participants that Ela Green School, Chennai, their students are participating. They are being taught the natural farming, and organic farming methods from the first standard onwards. That's why the school is also named Green School. And they are attending this session along with their mentor. The school has adopted international baccalaureate curriculum in the primary year program and middle year program. Within an enriched, caring, and secure environment, studies are being taught organic farming practices from first grade onwards. If time permits, I will invite Madam Ella Nandini to interact with our guest speaker after the guest speaker address is over. Let me introduce our guest speaker to the audience. Mr. Manish. Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji was born in 1949 in a small village, Belora, in the Vidarbha region of Maharashtra in India. And he has an agricultural background. He practiced zero-budget natural farming without using pesticides to cultivate. He conducted many workshops all over India. Shri Subhash Palekar received India's fourth highest civilian award, the Padma Shri, in 2016. Shri Subhash Palekar is an Indian agriculturist who practiced and wrote many books about Subhash Palekar natural farming, formerly zero-budget natural farming, and have been translated in many Indian languages. I quote some of the books listed as follows: The Philosophy of Spiritual Farming, The Principles of Spiritual Farming, Symbiosis of Spiritual Farming, Techniques of Spiritual Farming, for paddy, sugarcane, wheat, banana, plant protection. 5 layers Palekar models for mango, amla, custard apple, drumstick, sapota, orange, mosambi, quinoa, lemon, malta, guava, and pomegranate. 5-layer Palekar models: coconut, arecanut, black pepper, coffee, cocoa, vanilla, rubber, pineapple, oil palm, cashew nut. And is organic farming a conspiracy? Is chemical farming a conspiracy? Vegetable crops in zero-budget spiritual farming, spices plantation in zero-budget spiritual farming. And so many books have been, these are all been translated in in various Indian languages, but in Kannada and Tamil, Telugu. In addition to this, he has also published the following books: How to Practice Zero Budget Natural Farming, Low Cow, Local Cow, One Kalpa Vriksha Krishi Sanskriti, and Symbiosis of Spiritual Farming. With this, I welcome Padma Shri Subhash Palekar to address our national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, on the topic Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, Future of Farming Rooted in Indian Tradition. Over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Moni. I am very thankful to your university, Vice Chancellor, and all other dignitaries. You have given me a chance to discuss with all of you about Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, of farming and rooted in Indian tradition. That is the subject. Now, just we listen and we know in the entire history of India, Honorable Narendra Modi ji is the first Prime Minister who has given the dream to every Indian, self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. I think that it is not the duty of the government of India, it is the spiritual commitment, social commitment of every Indian to give their participation in this big project of self-reliant India. When we discuss about self-reliant India, that means not the mega cities of India. Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad. No. Self-reliant India means self-reliant 6.5 million Indian villages. Because in the mega cities, there is no creation, only conversion. Creation is taken place in only rural area, in the agriculture, in the soil. If you will develop one seed of paddy or wheat in the soil, you will get minimum 250 to 500 seeds from one seed. It is a creation. It is a creation. But in the cities, there is no creation. In the industry, there is no creation. If you want to produce one product in the machine, when you will introduce 100 kg of the raw material, you will get the end product only 95 kg, 96 kg, not 100 kg. That means there is a loss. Because there is no creation in the industry. Then we have to decide what we want. Self-reliant India means self-reliant 65 lakh, 66.5 million Indian villages. Whether it is possible? Yes. Without self-reliant agriculture, self-reliant villages are not possible. And without self-reliant villages, self-reliant India is not possible. That means entire focus should be given on agriculture, so that when agriculture sector will become self-reliant, automatically the villages will become self-reliant. And when 6.5 million villages will become self-reliant, automatically India will become self-reliant. What is the position now? What is the position? The youth in rural area are quitting the villages. They are migrating to the cities for jobs. Why? When any villager will purchase any commodity from the market, rural economy will be exploited. Whether you are purchasing hybrid seeds or genetically modified seed, you will purchase chemical fertilizer, insecticide, fungicides, herbicides, or those commodities which are utilized in your daily life. Everything is coming from the cities, in the villages. And huge money is going outside villages to the cities. I think that we have to stop this exploitation of the rural economy. The money and wealth from the villages will not go to the cities, but the money and wealth will come from cities to the villages. Then we can say self-reliant villages, and then afterward self-reliant India. You know, there are so many challenges the human race is facing. Global warming and climate change, corona crisis, global recession, destruction of natural resources speedily, and now new disaster, Rus-Ukraine war. These all problems are not created by the nature, are not created by God. All are created by human. And those creators of these problems are not having any solution to solve this. I will give a lot of thanks to Dr. Swaminathan that he has done a historical job to introduce Green Revolution in India. Because it was the time, need of the time. When Green Revolution was introduced in India, in the parliament, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru has given the assurance to India and Indian people that we have accepted Green Revolution to become self-reliant, self-sufficient in food production. During this near about 65 years, whether it is true that by means of the Green Revolution, India has become self-reliant in food production, definitely agriculture scientists will claim, yes, India is self-reliant in food production due to the Green Revolution. Whether it is correct? What is the definition of the food? Only rice and wheat means food? In which dictionary it is given? Only rice and wheat is not a food. All cereals, all millets, pulses, edible oil, fruits and vegetable, all this called the food. And now, what is the reality? I know, I accept. Because of Green Revolution, India has become self-reliant in rice production, wheat production. We are exporting. But what about pulses? What about edible oil? Since independence of India, we are importing millions of the ton of pulses, edible oil, fruits from the international market. Is it self-reliance? No. No. 100% potassic fertilizers we are importing. 76% phosphatic fertilizers we are importing. And 72% nitrogenous fertilizer we are importing from outside. We are importing pulses, dal, millions of the ton every year. We are importing millions of the edible oil every year. We are importing fruits. We are importing fertilizers. And even we are importing technology also, genetic engineering. And we are claiming that India is self-reliant. How? Can you prove? Everybody has to accept the truth that India is not self-reliant in the food due to Green Revolution. Nobody can get the entire nutritional value and medicine value only by eating wheat and rice. If he will not eat the pulses, dal, vegetables, fruits, and he will not get the security for human health. That means I request to all agriculture universities, ICAR, Indian Council of Agricultural Research, IAR, please rethink about your Green Revolution was the demand of the time. At that time, no. At that time, I accept. But now, Green Revolution became a big problem. Big problem. 13 lakh crore rupees. That means 13 trillion rupees we are losing every year to purchase the inputs of chemical farming every year. This is the great loss for Indian economy. I think that great loss of economy. So definitely I have given the congratulation to agriculture scientist and Dr. Swaminathanji. They have done the very fantastic job by launching Green Revolution, but now it is the time to rethink about the policy. What are the alternatives? Since thousands of years ago, I think that before 32 thousands years ago, the last ice age was started. It was continued up to 20,000 years. 70% of the earth was covered by the snow. And when ice age was finished, African countries was free from ice at the time in the 30% land. The first Indian technology, first agricultural technology was developed in African countries, and that was traditional cow-based farming based on cow dung manure. The government of India has given the name Paramparagat Kushi. This Paramparagat Kushi, cow-based farming, go-adharit Kushi, basically is not Indian technology. It is African technology because it was developed in Africa. Then that technology came in Middle East, and from Middle East it is spread out throughout the world by tribal farmers with their lot of cow herds. If you want to continue Paramparagat Kushi, go-adharit Kushi, cow-based farming, what I have done the research and what are my findings? This finding says, if you want to produce equal production which is given by chemical farming per acre, by means of the cow-based farming, utilizing cow dung manure, you have to utilize 20 cartloads of the FYM, cow dung manure, per year per acre. 20 cartloads mean 10 metric ton cow dung manure per year per acre. Whether it is possible? No. It is not possible to Indian people, Indian farmers. It is possible only for goshalas, which are having the thousands of the cows, but not possible to Indian farmers. If we want to continue Paramparagat Kushi, go-adharit Kushi, go-adharit Prakriti Kushi, what are the names given by these people? Cow-based farming. You want 10 cows per acre, local cows. And by means of this Paramparagat Kushi, cow-based farming, go-adharit Kushi, if you want to convert entire 135 crore acre land of Indian land under cultivation into cow-based farming, we want 1350 crore of the local cows. Whether it is possible? No. Now India is having 29 crore of the livestock animals, including 8 crore local cows. In dream also, it is not possible to adopt this cow-based go-adharit Prakriti Kushi, Paramparagat Kushi in India. Not at all. Not. Forget this cow-based farming. Forget this go adharit kushi. Forget this go adharit prakriti kushi. When you utilize cow dung manure 20 cartloads per acre every year per acre, you become responsible for global warming and climate change. As an alternative for cow-based farming, organic farming is launched in India and abroad. And now, every government, state government or national governments are very eager to promote organic farming. What is happening in Sri Lanka? What is happening in Sri Lanka? Government of Sri Lanka launched organic farming throughout nation. They banned the chemical farming. As a result, the production was totally dropped. And now Sri Lanka government is facing severe food problem. Just I have read in media in Sri Lanka, sugar 290 rupees per kg. Rice 500 rupees per kg. Everything is in high cost because reduction in the production, food production. And cost of production is high. Whether India should become Sri Lanka? I claim openly, organic farming is not an Indian technology. It is not a Swadeshi technology. It is 100% European technology. Dr. Albert Howard, who had developed organic farming technology, compost technology, was not Indian scientist. He was British technologist. Vermicompost technology developed in Europe, not in India. That means organic farming is not Indian technology, so this technology is 100% foreign technology. And I am, what I say, on the tongue Swadeshi, and they are promoting organic farming as a Swadeshi. Basically, it is not a organic farming, it is not a Swadeshi, but they are promoting Swadeshi. What a ignorant people these are. It is very hazardous to follow the dream of the Honorable Narendra Modi ji's self-reliant. Yes. When you utilize cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost under cow-based farming and organic farming on the surface of the soil, all these organic manures, cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost are having 46 to 48% stable organic carbon. When the daytime temperature start to enhance about 28 degrees centigrade, the stable carbon is converted into unstable carbon. And when the daytime temperature start to enhance above 36 degrees centigrade, this unstable carbon is converted into volatile carbon. And carbon is released in the atmosphere. When you utilize cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, or non-edible oil cakes, all other organic fertilizers on the surface of the soil, the first attack is done by actinomycetes and all other microorganisms, and they decompose carbonic matter. And when they decompose carbonic matter, carbon is released. It's volatile carbon, it is released. Entire carbon is released coming in the atmosphere. And it is oxidized by atmospheric oxygen. And by means of the oxidation process, carbon is converted into carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide is emitted in huge quantity, deposited in the atmosphere. It remains 120 years, not destroyed. And you know, this carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas which is responsible for global warming and climate change. What you are doing? What you are doing? Even the proteinous compounds in the cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, non-edible oils, and organic fertilizers, which are manufactured by the all variable companies, and they are launching to farmers. These proteinous compounds are decomposed by soil microorganisms. Ammonia is released. Then in second, ammonia is converted into nitrites, NITRITES, by Nitrosomonas and Nitrococcus soil microorganism species. In the third stage, these nitrites, NITRITES, are converted into nitrates, NITRATES, by means of the nitrobacter, microorganisms, and penicillium fungus. In the fourth stage, these nitrates are decomposed and free nitrogen is released by means of the Micrococcus denitrificans microorganisms. And all the nitrogen which was existed in the proteinous compounds in the cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, edible, non-edible oil cakes, and all of the organic fertilizers are converted into free nitrogen. And when this free nitrogen is coming in the atmosphere, it is immediately oxidized by the atmospheric oxygen. And by means of the oxidation process, nitrous oxide is emitted. It is remain in the atmosphere in long period. And you know, nitrous oxide is a greenhouse gas which is responsible for global warming and climate change. What you are doing when you promote organic farming? What you are doing when you promote cow-based farming, go adharit kushi, go adharit prakutik kushi? What you are doing? What you are doing? Even in the pit of cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, the aerobic bacteria are not activated, and anaerobic bacteria are activated. These anaerobic bacteria do not want oxygen for their survival. They survive without oxygen. And these anaerobic bacteria start to spoil the carbonic compounds and proteinous compounds which are existed in the pit of cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, non-mineral, all these organic fertilizers. And during this spoilage, anaerobic decomposition process, huge quantity of the methane is emitted in the atmosphere. It remains in the atmosphere 20 years, it is not neutralized. You know, methane is the greenhouse gas which is responsible for global warming and climate change. What you are doing? I am asking this question to decision makers and scientists and technologists. I think that we have to rethink about the policy about organic farming, cow-based farming, paramparagat krishi, and chemical farming. I asked some question to the agriculture scientist. By means of the utilization of chemical fertilizers and insecticides in the soil or on the plant body, because when you spray the insecticide on the plant body, they are coming down on the surface of the soil. And by means of the herbicides, whether the fertility and productivity of the soil is increased or decreased. They say decrease. Why you are promoting organic chemical farming? Why promoting? You know that by utilizing the inputs of the chemical farming, if the fertility and productivity of the soil is decreased, it is lost. Why you are promoting? This is my master question to you. Why the governments are promoting organic farming and chemical farming? Second question. If chemical farming is responsible for global warming and climate change, emitting huge quantity of the greenhouse gases, why you are promoting? Third question I would like to ask to ICR and all these my friends, agriculture scientists. By eating chemically grown poisonous food, whether innate immunity which is given by the God at the birth time, it is lost or not, or strengthened. They say it is lost. Then I ask, why you are promoting chemical farming? That means, by means of the chemical farming, if the fertility and productivity of the soil is lost, if innate immunity of our human body is lost, and even the global warming and climate change is enhanced, that means it is the time now to rethink about the policy of Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Agriculture Ministry, and all other agriculture universities to rethink about their policy and to search out another alternative technologies. Satyu, human body is 100% vegetarian body. I am claiming openly, if anybody has hesitation to accept this claim, he is free to prove scientifically that human is non-vegetarian. Vegetarian means our food is plant-based food. The grains, fruits, leaves, pods, and tubers. Our human stomach has the capacity only to accept plant-based food, vegetarian food. Human stomach is not having the capacity to accept the animal-based food. When you eat meat, it is animal-based food. When you drink milk, when you utilize the curd and ghee, it is animal-based food. When you eat honey, it is animal-based food. If you eat cow-based medicine, that means Panchagavya, Dashagavya, it is animal-based food. It is not human food. It is not human food. So, when you eat deliberately animal-based food, our stomach does not accept it. As a result, residues are deposited in the human cells as a toxic garbage, and these toxins lose our immunity, and we face corona, diabetes, heart attack, cancer. It is the topic of the big discussion, debate. I would like to provide that all universities should start this debate. It is the time of the need of the time now. When you utilize chemical fertilizers, urea in the soil, the urea molecules are broken down by urease enzyme when urea molecules get moisture, and urea is converted into ammonia. None of the root of the any plant take the nitrogen in ammonia form. It take in nitrate form. Then ammonia is converted into nitrates, and then nitrates are converted into nitrates by microbial activities, and these nitrates are deposited in the soil. Entire nitrates are not absorbed by the roots. No. Only 10% nitrates are absorbed. 90% nitrates are deposited in the soil, are dissolved in the irrigation water or rainwater, coming in the human water resources, and these nitrates are coming through our drinking water in our stomach. Hybrid seeds and genetically modified plants are having the habit to utilize double nitrates than requirement to produce more. If the real requirement is 10 gram, the roots have taken 20 gram. 10 grams nitrates are deposited, not accepted by the human body, are deposited in the human cells as toxic garbage. Also, the residues of the chemical fertilizers are not accepted by human intestine, as it is not a natural, it is a human made, it is not a plant-based food. Also, deposited in the human cells as toxic garbage. When you spray insecticides on the standing crop, within 7 seconds, residues of the insecticides are sucked by the leaves and are deposited in the cells of the plant body as a toxic garbage, losing the immunity of the plant body, and as a result, so many insects are attacking and diseases. And when you eat, even when you utilize fungicides, hormones, and herbicides in the soil and plant body, residues are deposited in the human cells as a toxic garbage. When you eat chemically grown food, ultimately you deposit residues of the chemicals in your human cells as a toxic garbage. It is a toxin which destroy our immunity, and we face deathful diseases. Even cow dung manure, compost, vermicompost, specifically vermicompost, are having very hazardous, poisonous heavy metals, cadmium, arsenic, mercury, lead, chromium, and also the radiative elements. They are coming from the chemical fertilizers and insecticides. I have put scientifically in my books. That means when you eat organically grown food, you are eating cadmium, arsenic, mercury, lead, chromium, heavy metals, very hazardous, poisonous heavy metals are deposited in the human cells as toxic garbage, and it is a toxin. We lose our immunity and we face deathful diseases. So I request all agriculture scientists, all organic farming promoters, all Go Adharit Kushi promoters, all biodynamic promoters, please stop it. Please stop. Because all these technologies are hazardous to fulfill our dream, self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. So many technologies are given the names: chemical-free farming. It is a fraud. It is a fraud. Because chemical-free farming is not existed in throughout the world. It is a fraud. The roots of every plant take the nutrients in only chemical form, not in organic form. And all the minerals are existed in organic form in the soil. Soil microorganisms convert them, organic form, into chemical form, and then the roots get the nutrients. In the nature also, chemical-free farming is not existed. So this is the exploiter word utilized by these so-called intellectual, what we say, it is totally wrong. Don't say chemical-free farming. It is not existed in the nature. It is not. It is a fraud. It is a fraud. There are so-called intellectual militancy in India. They are giving new name, sustainable agriculture. sustainable agriculture is also a big thought, because sustainable agriculture is not existed throughout the world. Even I claim nothing is sustainable in the world. Everything is changing. Nothing is sustainable. Every moment we are becoming old. Every day the lifespan of the trees is become old. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. There is no sustainable. No sustainable. If you are utilizing same quantity of the chemical inputs, you are getting variable quantity of the production. Why? No sustainability. So sustainable agriculture also a big thought which is not existed in the nature. गो आधारित कृषि, गो आधारित प्राकृतिक कृषि. Just I have explained how it is a big thought. It is not possible. It is possible for Goshalas. So you like 20 cartloads of the FOM every day, every year, per acre. Millions of the farmers are not having a local cow in India. And Goshalas are having thousands of the cows. They are selling milk 150 rupees per liter, ghee 3000 rupees per liter per kg. Local cow is a income source for these Goshalas. But farmers are not looking the local cow as a income source. He says, she is my mother, Go Mata. Go Mata. Nobody think about our mother as an income source. No. It is not possible to adopt. Go worship, cow worship. Cow cannot speak because she has not tongue. She has not the language. But there is a body language. We can discuss with her. Local cow. Local cow drop the dung on the surface of the soil. When the local cow drop the dung on the surface of soil, local cow gives the message. Utilize entire cow dung as it is on the soil. Because God has given unknown, known, visible, invisible, trillions of the microorganisms in the local cow. Why? Why this great, huge biodiversity of the microorganism has been given by the God in the local cow dung? Why? Because for the fertility development of the soil and microbial variation in the soil, God wants to utilize the entire cow dung because God has given a role to every microbial species in the development of the humus in the soil. Not given by a specific species of the microorganism, 10 to 20, 50, not given. When you utilize entire dung, you are adding entire known, unknown, visible, invisible species, trillions of the species of the microorganism which are having the role in the humus creation. Because God has given His supreme power. But these scientists, technologists, when you separate some species of the microorganisms and you are utilizing these species of the microorganism in Gokrupa Amrutam, wet decomposer, EM solution, that means biofertilizer, and you are promoting and you are saying that we are go keeper, we are go worshipper, cow worshipper. How it is? How it is? How it is? Local Go Mata has given order to utilize as it is the local cow dung, and you are separating the species and you are promoting the Go Krupa Amrutam and waste decomposer and all other EM solution. It is not a cow worship. To behave against the order of the local cow Go Mata, it is not a worship. You are not Go Bhakta. You are not Go Bhakta. You are not. Satyo. Local cow does not add his milk on the surface of the soil if its calf is not present to drink it. Local cow gives the milk in the mouth of its calf, not giving on the surface of the soil. That means local cow is giving the message to human being, my milk only for my calf, not for human, not for. Except human, none of the animal is drinking the milk of another animal except real mother. Why? Show me single example in the world, in the nature. Any animal is drinking the milk of another animal without his own mother? No, no. That means God has given the law. God has given the ordinance that only you have the right to drink your own mother's milk. You have not right to drink another cow milk also. When you drink the milk of the cow buffalo, you are not a worshipper of the God. You are not spiritual. You are atheist. Because you are behaving against the God rules and regulations. In the nature, you go. Nature is not created by human being. Nature is created by the God. Because nature has come first, and millions of the years ago, afterward, the human came here. Everybody has to accept the truth. Nature is not created by human being. Nature is created by the God. That means nature is the constitution of the God. If you want to know about the God, you have to know about the nature first. Dense forest, it is the nature. You go in the dense forest, you will see the huge tree of mango, tamarind, with uncountable fruits every year without any human existence and without any human assistance. You cut down any leaf of any plant in the forest, investigate in any laboratory in the world, you will not see any deficiency of the nitrogen, phosphate, potash, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and all other micronutrients in that plant body. No deficiency. No deficiency. Why? If in the plant body in the forest, there is no deficiency of all nutrients, that means all nutrients are got available to the plant. Not given by human being, because there is no human there in the dense forest. No tribal people also in the reserve forest. Who has supplied? Who has supplied? Human have not supplied. Agriculture universities have not supplied. Input industries have not supplied. Agriculture department of government has not supplied. Who has supplied? It is the truth. Anyone deny? I openly claim and openly challenge. You have to prove that the human existence in the tree body of the forest. You have to prove scientifically. That means there is a self-developing, self-nourishing, self-reliant system of the God by which all nutrients are getting available to the plants naturally. The God has not given any role to human being in the development and growth of the plant body. Not given any role. Not given. Accept the truth. Manure and fertilizer is not the food of any plant. I am claiming. Because since thousands of years, cow-based farming, chemical farming, and your biodynamic farming, and all other technologies, everybody claim. Vedas farming, everybody's claim. The manure and fertilizer are the food of the plant body, so we have to utilize externally. Without manure and fertilizer, it is not possible to get the production of the crop. These claims are done by every technologist, including ICAR also. Subhash Palekar is the first farmer who claimed that manure and fertilizer is not the food of any plant. No, not necessary to utilize. Not necessary to utilize. Subhash Palekar claimed soil is a ocean of the nutrient. Not necessary to utilize cow dung, manure, compost, vermicompost, chemical fertilizer, and all other inputs in the soil. Even Panchagavya, Shagavya, Agnihotra also. Because soil is the ocean of the nutrient. If there is no deficiency in the plant body in the forest, that means we have to accept one truth that all nutrients are getting available to the plant body in the forest, taken through the soil, not given by human being, taken through the soil. If soil is deposited, as the claim are done by this technologist, the plant cannot get the nutrient, but they got. It is true that if soil is not deposited, it is the ocean of the nutrient. As a result, all the nutrients are getting available to the plant body in the forest through the soil. That means soil is the Annapurna. Soil is the ocean of the nutrient. What are the claims are done by agriculture scientists, organic farming promoter, go-other farming promoter, And Vedas farming promoter, you have to utilize everything as into totally wrong, totally wrong, totally wrong. It is against the God creation, against the God system. It is not a spiritualism. It is atheism. It is atheism. Because you are behaving against the God system. When I claim that manure and fertilizer is not a food of any plant body, it become my commitment to prove scientifically. It become my commitment to prove scientifically. You go to the farm, standing crop, green crop. You cut down green crop, standing crop, and take the weight. Suppose it's 100 kg. You have taken 100 kg green biomass. Now, this should be spread on the surface of the cement concrete for drying purpose. When this green biomass is fully dried, you take the weight, you will get 75 to 78% kg. 20 to 20 kg dried biomass weight. We have taken 100 kg green biomass. After drying, we get 22 kg dried biomass. 75 to 78% is lost. What is this? This is the water. In the drying process, water is going in the atmosphere, given by the atmosphere by means of the clouds. That means in 100 kg of the plant weight, 78 kg water. And water is not created by human being. Water is not given by human being. Water is given by the monsoon, taking the moisture from the Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, and huge quantity. The clouds are created, and these waste clouds are coming on the surface of the Indian territory. And when they get the rain, they give the rain, then we get the water. Otherwise, no. Water is given by the monsoon, free of cost, not send any bill to you. In water availability process, there is no human existence at all. Take this 22 kg dried biomass on the cement concrete and burn it. During burning process, two incidents are happened. The huge black smoke is emitted and flames are emitted. What is the black smoke? Black smoke is the carbon dioxide which was taken by the green leaves from the atmosphere during photosynthesis process. It returned back to the atmosphere again after burning process in the form of smoke, black smoke. That means during the photosynthesis process, carbon assimilation process, what carbon is taken from the atmosphere, that carbon was returned again to the atmosphere to balance the carbon in the atmosphere so that global warming can be restricted. Carbon is given by atmosphere free of cost, not sent any bill to you. The flame is solar energy and cosmic energy given by the cosmos and the sun. Per square feet leaf surface area, we get 1250 kilocalories solar energy in one day. 1 square kilometer area, we get 20 megawatt solar energy, which can be converted into chemical energy. That means when during the burning process, the flames are emitted, these flames are having the solar energy, which is given by the sun, and by means of the photosynthesis, 12.5 kilocalories solar energy is absorbed by the leaves, deposited in the leaves to prepare the food in the green leaves, given by the sun free of cost, not given by the human being. Cosmic energy is given by cosmos. Trillions of the stars and galaxies have given this cosmic energy, returned back to the cosmos after burning by means of the flames. And when the burning process is totally completed, we get white ash on the cement concrete. You take the weight 1.5 kg only. That means we have taken 100 kg of the green biomass. At last we get only 1.5 kg white ash, and these are the minerals taken to the soil, given by the soil. 98.5% have lost in the form of water, given by the monsoon, in the form of carbon dioxide given by the atmosphere, and cosmic energy and solar energy given by the sun and cosmos. Only 1.5% minerals are given in the form of white ash. 98.5% has been given by the nature, not given by the human being. How we can claim that manures and fertilizers are essential for human growth of the plant body? How we can claim? How you can claim? It is a fraud. It is a fraud. It is a fraud. It is not a truth. It is untruth. This 1.5% nitrates, phosphate, potash, P2O5, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and all other micronutrients which are taken to the soil are given by the nature by means of the natural systems. When the roots absorb the nutrients through the soil, specifically minerals are deposited in the leaves. When leaves become matured and fallen down, these minerals taken to the deeper soil is coming on the surface of the soil, and after decomposition to the humus, all minerals are available to the plant body without any human existence. Capillary force as a beautiful system of the God. There are three types of the water. Hygroscopic water, which is attached tightly with the soil particles. It is not utilized by the roots. It is not emitted in the atmosphere. Second, capillary water, which is taken by only roots, which is existed in the film upon the soil particles. And third is gravitational water, which is going outside the field by means of the flood or inside inside the soil water reservoir, it is deposited. When capillary force coming, activating. The capillary force take the water from the water reservoir inside the soil, in the deeper soil, and that water reservoir is coming in the vapor stage, and during coming in the surface of the soil, all the minerals are dissolved in that water, and these minerals with the moisture is coming to the surface of the soil. All the nutrients are available to the roots. Naturally, deeper water is available to the roots naturally, and excessive water is evaporated in the atmosphere by means of trans-evaporation losses given by the capillary force. And capillary force is not created by the human, is created by the God. Local earthworms eat the deeper soil, eat the organic matter, and decompose in the stomach. And when they cast, the casting on the surface of the soil, in those casting of the local earthworms, there are 7 times more nitrogen than the soil, 9 times more phosphate than the soil, 11 times more potash than the soil, 6 times more calcium than the soil, 8 times more magnesium than the soil, 10 times more sulfur than the soil, and multiple quantity of the macronutrients in those casting of the local earthworms. Local earthworm casting is the great ocean of the macronutrients. All these systems are activated in the nature without any human existence and assistance of the human being.
Palakarji, I would like to.
I am concluding now. I have taken this system of the God from the nature, and 12 years I have taken my research work. I lost my soil, land. I have sold my land, and I sold my ornaments of my wife, and I have lost too much to get this technology given by the God to me, and I have given the name Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. Basically, it was zero budget natural farming, but when I came to know that there is no zero budget in the world, it is a fraud. So I have changed before 4 years, and I have given the new name Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. So zero budget natural farming is not existing in the entire world. Don't utilize the zero budget natural farming. It is a fraud. It is a fraud. In Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, we utilize cow dung manure as it is, with uncountable, visible, invisible microorganisms, as it is. And this microorganism create the humus in the soil. Humus is the fertility and productivity of soil. Through the humus, all the nutrients are getting available to the roots of the plant body. And humus is created only by Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. Humus is not created by organic farming and chemical. Because when you utilize the residues of the crop as a mulching material, straw mulching, and then humus is created by decomposition of the straw mulching. In organic farming, entire straw mulching or residues of the crop are decomposed, totally decomposed, and fertilizers, that means organic manures are created. No humus is created, because humus is created near the root zone, not beyond the root zone. Because when the microorganisms decompose the residues of the crop, humus is created. And in exchange, the roots give the carbohydrate, feed carbohydrate to the microorganism, and microorganism feed the nutrient to the roots of the plant body. These are symbiosis. These are symbiosis. Microorganisms feed nutrient to the plant body, to the roots, and root feed the carbohydrate to the microorganism to get available the energy and nutrition values. This is symbiosis. That means when we keep the mulching material in Subhash Palekar Natural Farming near the root zone, we create the humus. In the laboratory, in the pits of the cow dung manure, in the pits of the compost, vermicompost, and all other industries, only manures are created. Humus is not created. And you know, all the manures are responsible for global warming and climate change. We are not burning the biomass. We are utilizing entire biomass as a mulching on the surface of soil. And 1 gram of I have taken the investigations on the local cow dung urine, lot of time in comparison study with the bullock dung, buffalo dung and Jersey Holstein dung. I have seen in 1 gram of local cow dung, I got minimum 300 crore, 3,000 millions of beneficial epithelial microorganisms. All the species of the microorganism, entire biodiversity of the microorganisms. In buffalo, not more than 50 lakh. In 1 gram dung of the Jersey Holstein, not more than 70 lakh population, and maximum was pathogenic bacteria. That means local cow dung is the best bioculture, and we have utilized 10 kg cow dung per acre for 1 acre to utilize as a your Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam is the best culture of the microorganism. Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam is not a fertilizer, it is not a manure, it is the best culture of the microorganism. And when we utilize Jivamrutam, Ghana Jivamrutam as a best culture of the microorganism, entire species, visible, invisible, known, unknown, are going to the soil. They are creating the humus, and humus supply all nutrient to the plant body. Even 1 kg humus deposit 6 liter water from the atmosphere. Also, water is giving available by the humus to the roots of the, and humus gives the fertility and productivity of the soil. Only created in Subhash Palekar Natural. 1 cow, only we want 1 cow. 10 kg cow dung is required for 1 acre. Once a month, 1 local cow gives 10 kg, 11 kg on average. That means 10 kg cow dung of 1 local cow for 1 acre for 1 day, 30 days cow dung for 30 acres. If you have a local cow dung, 1 local cow, we can cultivate 30 acre of land, minimum 15 acre land under Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. If Government of India will launch entire India Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, not zero budget farming, not Go Adharit Kushi, not Bharatiya Prakriti Kushi, not sustainable agriculture, no chemical free farming, only Subhash Palekar Natural Farming. We want only 4 crore local cows. India is having 8 crore local cows, double than requirement. So cow is not the problem. Cow is not the problem. Only we want local cow. Jersey Holstein is not the cow. It is a very hazardous animal. Jersey Holstein is not the cow. It is a hazardous animal. I am giving the open challenge to prove it that Jersey Holstein is a cow.
So, Palakarji, there are students are waiting to ask you questions.
Last, Dr. Moni. Last. We are creating resistance power in the plant body through the humus. We are strengthening the innate immunity of the plant body by means of the humus. So, Those who are practicing 100% Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, no insect attack, no disease attack due to the innate immunity. No manure, no fertilizer, no insecticide, no fungicide, no herbicide, nothing. And in Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, we want only 10% water, 90% water is saving, and 90% electricity is saved. So at last, I will claim, or I will provide, I will suggest to Indian government, maybe America, Europe is a rich countries, but these are the beggar countries because of the very inferior availability of natural resources. Europe, America are not getting 7 months in a year solar energy, solar light. They have limitations. But India is having full 12 months in a year, all the natural resources, including solar energy. We can capture entire global market by means of the nutritious, medicinal, poison-free Subhash Palekar natural farming food. We can capture entire global market. And I think that this is the dream of Indian government also. So I am very thankful to Dr. Professor Moni and your team that you have given me a chance to give my services, to give my speech to entire your scientists, and although I have given my lecture in New Delhi, although High Commissioners of the all African and Southeast Asian High Commissioners. So I am thankful to Audu also and all of you. Thank you. You can ask any question.
Thank you very much, Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji, and I thank you. And and it is a topic today. Topic is Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. You very rightly said it that Subhash Palekar, natural farming is the future of farming. And thank you very much. And I welcome our Honorable Chancellor, Kumar Shekhar Vijendra, and he is he's a man who is very active in both in education. This is a third generation educational service, and also that is the first university in the world to have Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Studies, and also is the first university to have a national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022. And today I'm also very happy that the Madam Nantini is from Ela Green School from Chennai. They have been promoting, that good environment. Their school name itself is called Green School, and they wanted to participate Padma Shri Subhash Palekar's address, and their students are also watching. And I can say that I'm blessed today with the school children and the Honorable Chancellor and Padma Shri Subhash Palekar in my journey of getting into IT in agriculture for the last 42 years. And it is a very important day. And before I request our Honorable Chancellor to give valedictory address, I would like to hear from Madam Nandini. And as a mentor of your students, what is your viewpoints? And you can, for 5 minutes, you can interact with Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji. Over to Madam Nandini.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm very glad to be part of this national webinar. So actually, this year, we are from International Baccalaureate Board. So this year, our primary year program students, grade 5, they have chosen agriculture as the concept for their exhibition. So as part of their primary year program, they also have organic farming as one of the paper. Every week they used to go to our garden here at our school, and they explore so many things under organic farming. But after listening to Sir, I understood that we should adopt natural farming. Okay, so there are so many things that I have gained from his speech today. And our students, they are focusing on many agricultural issues. And I found that this is one solution for all the issues they are exploring. So by watching this webinar, they also gained a lot of insight. And sir, how our students can adopt natural farming over organic farming? Can you give us some tips that we can follow in our school?
You repeat your question, Nandini. Nandini, repeat your question.
How we can adopt natural farming techniques in our school?
Yeah, don't say natural farming because there are two natural farmings.
Yes.
Masano Fukuoka natural farming was entomologist in Japan University. They have
Okay.
launched this Japanese natural farming and Subhash Palekar natural farming. When you
Okay.
say natural farming, which natural farming? There's a question. So don't say natural farming, say Subhash Palekar natural farming. Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Only
So-
Nandini, you write down my WhatsApp number, please.
Yeah.
You write
Okay,
down my
sir.
WhatsApp number,
Yes, sir.
9850
98
9850
50.
35
Sorry, sir.
9850
50
9850 9850
9850
35
35
27
27
45.
45. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You
Thank you so
send
much.
message.
Yes, sir.
Then I will give you all information and my all technology which are viewers and our channel also. I will give the
Yes.
link and you can download all the videos and you can listen in your home.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Number one, Nandini, we want local cow. Local
Sir?
cow is most essential in Subhash Palekar natural farming. So local cow is a first number two.
Okay.
We want to not necessarily another thing. Not necessarily another thing because if
Okay.
you have no any drum or iron barrel to prepare Juamrutam, you can dig the pit and you can prepare the Juam with the pit also. No problem.
Okay.
Only input that is local cow.
Hmm.
And local cow, those local cows which are giving minimum milk,
Okay.
not maximum, no minimum milk, and old age, that is the best cow for Subhash Palekar Natural.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very
Definitely.
much.
I'm very happy to connect with you. Definitely, we'll call you, and we would really like to adopt uh, Subhash Palekar Natural Farming in our school. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Nandini, and you also, I'm very happy that after listening to this talk and from the school, you are also trying to, interact with Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji to adopt, Subhash Palekar natural farming. I'm very happy about that. Now,
Yes.
I would like to request and invite our Honorable Chancellor, Kunwar Shekhar Vijendra, to give his valedictory remarks and also to interact with Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji on a very important topic. And I'm very happy. I'm thankful to our Honorable Chancellor to have this webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022 under the topic Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. When Palekar ji initiated his program, that until unless our village is self-reliant, so India cannot be self-reliant. Local soil, local cow, and local earth, and India will become Anatata to the whole world. And I would like to request, Honorable Chancellor Kunwar Shekhar Vijendra to address and also to interact with Padma Shri, Subhash Palekar ji. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Moni. Good afternoon, everybody. सबसे पहले पद्मश्री सुभाष पालेकर जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप हमारे बीच में आए और आपने जो एक बेसिक बात है, प्राकृतिक चिकित्सा खुशहाल किसान, जिसे लेकर हम सब लोग बहुत कुछ भूले हुए हैं, आपने उस विषय को दोबारा से आज के युवाओं के बीच में रखा। इसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। I'm thankful to you and everybody around, and especially Professor Moni, for inviting you today to this wonderful webinar series. As Professor Moni must have mentioned, that last 71 weeks, every week we are inviting a stakeholder, a trustee of our agriculture system. We are inviting people, those who are adding value in agriculture ecosystem through their innovative ways, through ways they are experimenting, through agri-tech solutions, what they have, startups, policymakers, regulators, farmers, everybody we are inviting. And the idea behind it that we all should make our people aware, make our youth aware that agriculture can be your full-time profession. Agriculture is the only way to make a country progress and prosperous. I'm thankful to Nandini also. Nandini, thank you very much for connecting these small future leaders of this country. Because generally what happens, such webinars, such seminars, such efforts, they are limited to a certain audience. The boys and girls, those who are studying in school, by the time they go to universities, they go to colleges, they already create a perception that agriculture is not for them. Agriculture is for those who are not in good schools, those who are not 90 percenters, those who are not able to go to IITs, IIMs, or big institutions. But people like Padma Shri Subhash Palekar, they are contradicting with that myth that you can be a Padma Shri even when you are doing something at very local level with the smallest farmers in the very basic ancient way of agriculture, what had been told to us in our ancient scriptures since long. Right from Vedic system of agriculture to the modern system of Subhash Palekar natural agriculture system, you will find a lot of things are common, but the connect of storytellers are missing. And I am sure, Nandini, that you can be that storyteller who will connect this story of success of Shri Subhash Palekar with our ancient wisdom, what he has done on the field. And
Definitely.
my congratulations and compliment to your school that you people have decided to opt for agriculture as one of the project or assignment or a subject for your kids. Because from last many years, in spite of the fact that I am in higher education, I'm working in this domain, but from different platforms in different capacities, I am advocating that every school should have mandatory agriculture as a subject. And agriculture, not only modern agriculture, not only that sustainable models of agriculture, SDGs, what we are talking about, agriculture, what we had. Subhash Palekar ji, when you were talking about desi gaye, or desi bhi wo jo local gaye, the cow, which is from the local areas, this is exactly what is required. I do not remember in my village, in my childhood, we ever had a cow coming from somewhere else. When we became young, then only we became to know that in some village somebody has brought an American cow because it gives more milk. But what other benefits were there? Nobody knew about it. Whatever challenges were there, nobody knew about it. So it is very, very important, as Padma Shri Palekar ji has mentioned, that we all have to work to promote harmony with nature when farming is happening. We have to make a sustainable, viable model of natural farming for livelihood options. Not only livelihood, but in today's terminology, if I say, it is one of the best way to become entrepreneurs also. What model Palekarji is advocating, this is a model which can be adopted by anybody, because it is completely in synergy with the local environment. Like if we go and we search, do research on our ancient agriculture systems, everywhere in south it was a bit different, in north it was a bit different, in Himachal it was a bit different, in other states it was a bit different, because it was based on a local environment, local ecosystem, local requirements. But suddenly what happened, we decided that we will have a global agriculture ecosystem which will come from somewhere, which will not be acceptable by the land, by the environment, by the nature. And we started trying and failing again and again on that. I always say that in our starting point as human being, we said God is like human. And slowly, slowly we started saying human has become God. We forgot that neither God is human nor human is going to become a God. And in last 2 years, we have seen this thing. When we were talking about going to Mars, suddenly we were looking for mask. There was a shortage. When we were talking about that we can achieve everything and everything is in our control, suddenly we found that nothing is in our control. We have to be in synergy with nature very closely. We have to work. I'm working with Namami Gange project also. In the university, we are having some initiatives on Namami Gange also. I always say that there is no need to clean Ganga. Just we have to stop polluting Ganga. And this thing exactly what is uh, the model of Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji is. We have not to force things. We have to empower things to grow naturally in their own way. We have to support the system what is already existing there. We all have seen that during this pandemic time, when lockdowns were there, we suddenly saw Ganga was more cleaner without any STP, without any effort, without investing or wasting a lot of money. Suddenly we found there was no pollution. Suddenly we found we could see the hillsides from many of the places around. And why it happened, how it happened, the same thing has to happen in agriculture also. So, Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji, thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to meet you personally sometime. I am an agriculturist also, apart from being in education from last 3 generations. And I know that wonder can happen when that wonder is very local, very vocal, and convincing. And Nandini, I will again request you, please become one of those storytellers what India is missing, what India was having historically. We were known for storytelling. All our ancient scriptures, if you look, right from Ramayana to Mahabharata to Gita, there were different stories, Upanishad. You're talking everything, all wisdom was somewhere in stories, in poems, in shlokas. And you are at the right place. You are actually doing a more Omen job than anybody of us. You are with the future of this nation. Please empower them with the right information, right knowledge. What Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji is doing, what Shobhit University is doing, it is secondary. Because if we will get boys and girls with fresh mind, without any perceptions in their mind, without any notions in their mind, no, no, it has to be this way, then only these all models, these all efforts, these all webinars will be of any use. Professor Moni, I will request you that if in every webinar you can connect with one school. Children may feel bored. They may feel that this is a punishment madam has given us. But I know something, at least through the teachers, will go to them and a transformation can start. So, Subhash Palekar ji, I will love to meet you. and maybe we can start an experiment or working on your model on a piece of land in one of our campuses. We have sufficient land. We will like to do experimentation. We will like people to learn from doing what they are doing. Thank you, Professor Moni. Thank you, everybody. Please stay safe and let us continue empowering the nation through education, through all wonderful work what we all are doing. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Honorable Chancellor, Padma Shri, Subhash Palekar ji, and Madam Nandini. And I would like to tell Madam Nandini that, and I'm very happy that Honorable Chancellor told me to involve one school in every week. And I should thank Madam Ratika, Mahesh Kumar. She happens to be my close relative. She talked to me yesterday that brother, that in our school we are promoting. You used to come to SRM University from Shobhit University. You used to talk about it. Can you help us? I immediately told them it's very nice that tomorrow Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji is delivering a talk. Ask your students to participate. So within 15 to 20 minutes, this arrangement has been made. I'm very happy that you are able to participate. And today, after listening to Padma Shri Subhash Palekar's address, that you have got a different process of thinking and how to go about it. And I'm very happy that Palekar ji has told that he's ready to work with your school. And I'm also very happy that now to promote Subhash Palekar natural farming, that as the title which goes, it is the future of farming and Indian based on Indian tradition. And today's talk is a very important talk. And as the university, we promote very effectively at the grassroots level. And with this, we will be have to have a value chain network, and you be our ambassador for with respect to schools connections and so on and so forth. Let this value chain grow, and let us be the part of Padma Shri Subhash Palekarji's movement is called mass movement. I read his articles, read his websites, and so on and so forth. A person for more than so many years of experience, worked in forests, and he gave a lot of examples, and he has challenged it. And it is all important as a technocrat, technologist, and a scientist working for grassroots level development. I'm completely convinced that the India needs such type of Subhash Palekarji. And also India needs such universities like Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, third generation youngsters like Kunwar, Shekhar, Vijendra, and also the younger generation like Nandini and her students. And also they have a school named as a green school. And I'm at the age of 68. Subhash Palekarji is at the age of 70, 71. And both of you are, I think, around, younger than us. And with this one, let us make it as a mass movement. And I'm very happy that my agenda is fulfilled, and I'm very happy. And from next week onwards, I will see to that one school gets added to our weekly program. And I'm very happy that we started in the COVID situation with our fingers crossed. Today is the 71st edition. And experts, that missionaries, and they talk for various examples, various topics, and people ask that how Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, an engineering institute, DIMT University, is able to talk on different topics with the different people on every week. And then next 2 months, our every Thursday program is completely, scheduled. And and agriculture universities are not able to do it, and IITs are not able to do it, NITs are not able to do it, triple ITs are not in a position to do it. It is what is needed is the passion, what we would like to contribute, what we would like to do for our grassroots level. And that's why you can see that nobody has asked us to call it as Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. The government has, Narendra Modi ji has come out with Atmanirbhar Bharat. But the credit goes to our Honorable Chancellor that let us call it as Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture. In addition to that, in order to promote digital technology, we run a weekly webinar series on Saturday. that is called International Webinar Series on Open Source Digital Technology towards Self-Reliant India, in association with ARDO, and it goes to 33 member countries. So our higher education has to be rooted with agriculture, technologies, adoption in agriculture. And I'll be very happy. I would like to request Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji that your method, your idea, your, that Subhash Palekar Natural Farming, can't we initiate as a 3 months diploma program or a 6 months diploma program in association with you to be initiated with all the rural students, at least one program in every gram panchayat, through this capacity building, competence building, in association with the schools like Green School and so on, Madam Nandini. And let us try to have this program and with your own association, and let this model become a growth model. And I'm very happy that you questioned many models. That questioning has to be done, and you rightly said it. And let India march ahead. Vocal for local is to make it global, and it's very important. Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture is very important. Self-reliant India is made from self-reliant village. Like Acharya Vinoba Bhave said it, India is a Gram Pradesh, country. And it is 6.25 lakhs villages. Is very important. So with this, I would like to thank Honorable Chancellor and Padma Shri Subhash Palekar ji and Madam Nandini and the our dear students who are listening to this talk for this wonderful program today. And I thank the participants from India and abroad for participating in this program. With this, I would like to close the webinar and leave the studio. Thank you very much. Thank you.